Well, back here at the studio after the Tennessee Motorcycle and Music Revival at the Loretta Lynn Ranch in Hurricane Mills, Tennessee. I just wanted to mention a couple of things. The bike show, first rate, badass bikes. You'll notice in one part I say something about, biggest piece of shit in the show, and he really thinks he has something. And the camera is on a certain bike at that point. That isn't the bike I was talking about. I wasn't running the camera while I was talking. Dimples was running the camera. The bike I was talking about was the bike that was running. You could hear running in the background. It had a fairing on it. It was the only bike in that bike show that had a fairing on it. Somewhere underneath the garbage was probably a pretty decent bike. But you put why cover it up with that garbage, some ugly fairings, some ugly bags. He's taking the bike to the bike show. What's the bags for? You know, I mean, what's he putting in them? I can understand having 23 bags on your bike if you're taking a round the world trip, or if you're going on a overnight stay with Dimples, because, well, she packs pretty heavy, but she dresses great, so what the hell? You know what I'm saying? But in all seriousness, I'm not into baggers. If you are, oh well. You get 20 million bags and a Barca Lounger rear seat on your bike. Your bike just doesn't look too damn cool. But I wanted to make sure you knew that I wasn't talking about the bike she happened to be panned in on at that particular moment. Great event. We didn't get all of it on this video. We weren't there for the hill climb. We both have other obligations, and we had a long ride down here. It's like a 6-hour ride from my place, much longer from Dimple's house, and she had to come down to my place before we left for there. And we had other obligations, so we didn't get a stay from Friday till Sunday. We stayed for about 7 hours on Saturday. But our job with the video was just to give you a taste of what it is and maybe get you a bit interested in attending yourself and seeing the whole thing. Like you say, the bike show, as you can see on the video, first rate. The dirt drags, awesome. The burnout pit, a lot of people like it. I can't see abusing a tire, wasting a tire and abusing your bike for what? A little bit of applause from the crowd. Sometimes you'll win a new tire. You win a new tire for screwing up your old tire and wear and tear on your bike. The crowd seems to love it, but it's kind of like, I know a lot of times you'd get in a fight on the schoolyard when you were in high school. It was those people that never been in a fight in their life that seemed to like the fight the most. Seemed to like watching the fight the most. They weren't the ones that, ever put up with the bruises, the pain afterwards, because in a lot of knockdown, drag-out fights, even when you win, you're hurting a bit. Well, the more successful people in the burnout pit, they blow a tire. They applaud that. Then that person has to spend time putting a tire on their bike or paying someone else to do it, plus, buying the tire. Unless it's one of those cases where they win a tire. But hey, if you love it, you love it. I got to wonder about those people. You'll see in the videos some kids down in front of us, young little kids, and their parents apparently thought it was a great thing to be breathing in all that tire smoke. Now, I'm not Mr. Safety. I've lived a very dangerous life, but be a little careful with your kids, okay, folks? You also hear me mention a watering hole. I thought we got, you might hear me mention it, but I thought we got the watering hole on the video. I made a big mistake. I do that sometimes, make big mistakes. But I attempted to do a video and a magazine article at the same time, and that gets damn complicated. You'll think that you took video of some things that you just took photo of. But the watering hole there's a whole lot of people that just seem to go there and play around in the creek or swim in a swimming pool. I'm not quite sure why you go to a bike event for that, but oh well. You've seen a sample of the musical entertainment. I wasn't too impressed, and I like country music. Whenever I got my press passes, whenever I asked for my press passes, the girl I got them off of, I don't even really even remember her name now. I don't care, to tell you the truth. But she asked if she could read my article before it went to print. More or less censorship. No, anybody that I ask you for a press pass, no, you cannot censor my writings. You cannot censor my videos. I'm going to tell my viewers, I'm going to tell my readers the way it is. If you put on a great show, I'm going to tell them that. They're going to know it's the truth. If you give me things to complain about, things to put down, I'm going to complain about them. I'm going to put them down. This show, I say go to it. It's just for the bike show alone is awesome, and the dirt drags is awesome. I wish I would have seen the hill climbs on Friday night, because I really love hill climbs. Great event, great event. Met some really good people there. I'll talk about that in another video, a couple people in particular. Met some real clowns there too. We'll talk about that in another video. They were spreading rumors, not about yours truly and Steel Steeds Motorcycle Magazine, but about another magazine that's trying to get its feet back on the ground. And look, you can tell the truth about anybody you want to, and I'll back you up. But I don't think they were getting the whole truth, and don't just spread rumors unless you know the truth. That's all I got to say about that situation. I hope you liked the video. I really do. And we got plenty more to come your way. The next video I put out will be all in studio. I got some things that I think you'll find interesting to run past you. And we had a great time. And if they have us and they give us press passes, well, that's the thing. That's the one thing I had a bit of a problem with too. It is kind of aggravating when you go to an event, you think you have everything laid out, everything's gonna, you get there, you're supposed to just get your press passes and go on about your way. There were no press pass credentials. 4 times we were asked if we filled out the paperwork. I think the paperwork I filled out, I gave up ownership of my firstborn, but he doesn't even talk to me anymore anyway. But I was asked 4 times, oh, did you fill out our waiver? Oh, did you fill out our waiver? Oh, did you fill out our waiver? They had an announcer there that, I look for him, if he does much announcing at bike events, for him to lose his teeth, if those are his real teeth. He didn't say anything out of the way to me, but some of the things he said there were out of line. I might get to those later. Well, actually, I will get to it a little bit. He seemed to be on the fidelity police. He seemed to be kind of worried about who was with, and if somebody was down there with somebody they weren't supposed to be. And he kind of did it in jest, but it really wasn't funny. And that wasn't none of his business. And it wasn't just me, because, well, Dimple said she thought it was way out of line, and some other people seemed to think it was way out of line. Like I said, the press passes should have been there waiting for me. Things should have been a bit more organized. The schedule there should have been more schedules handing out with better directions on where you go. But again, I will say once again, the dirt drags were excellent. The bike show, top of the line. The bikes in it were first rate, just beautiful, beautiful machines. And I recommend you go. Take care. We'll see you next time on Steel Steeds Motorcycle Magazine, the online magazine for real bikers.